Weight to me has always been a struggle. I was the girl they would say, she's really cute for a big girl, as if us bigger girls had a category of our own that disqualified us from just being a cute girl in general. I recall shopping in the plus-size woman's side feeling ashamed because majority of the stores had nothing but what I called skinny girl clothes, and my 2 racks of what was deemed plus size was all that was available to me. While my cousins were dressed in their nice teenage Easter outfits on Easter Sunday, I was dressed in my grandma's Dress Barn plus-size woman dress. I hated my weight, but I felt like there was nothing that I can do about it. So for years, I embraced it, started finding clothing more appealing to my plus-size body, embracing my beautiful. But the feeling of wanting to be fit was always lying dormant inside me. But I created a crutch. I told myself I was big and beautiful, which was not untrue, but it hid the deeper, darker secret I faced every day, which was my addiction to food. Could there even be a such thing as food addiction? At that time, I didn't know. I just convinced myself it's supposed to be this way. I eat what I want, and I'ma be beautiful. For many years, I lost weight, gained it back, and lost again. Did many diets, 30-day juicing, high-protein diets, low-carb diets, consistently exercising daily. But none of these efforts dealt with the real issue. None of these efforts dealt with my addiction. None of these efforts dealt with the transformation of my mind. I remember 2 years ago, getting to a point in my life where I had lost control of everything. It was the darkest place in my life I had ever experienced. I was at a point where I couldn't control certain circumstances, and it was killing me. It was there that I made a conscious decision that if I couldn't control life around me, I would control this one thing. I would control one thing I knew I could if I tried, and that was my weight. I was going to take back my control. I remember praying to God that day and asking Him for His guidance. I remember crying on my knees, asking Him even if He helped me lose pounds in my sleep. But most importantly, I knew that without His guidance, it wouldn't be possible. From that day forward, I started. It wasn't easy at all. I had to mentally and physically monitor and track everything I ate. Initially cutting out all unhealthy foods, like a drug addict in rehab. I felt like a mental person. I would see a piece of cake and have to sniff it and pretend as though I was eating it to curb my appetite. I would watch people eating an ice cream sundae and somehow feel ashamed that I was getting enjoyment or some sort of high from watching them eating it. I remember fighting myself from driving through a drive-thru, telling myself I'll go tomorrow, but every day tomorrow never came. It was then that I realized that I had an addiction, food addiction, and as any addiction, if I didn't take care of that, no diet plan, no means of exercise, or anything would help reach the fitness goal that I was striving for. So I worked and worked through research, blogs, personal trainers, nutritionists, online and offline. I found my niche. I found what worked for me. I started hitting the gym with a renewed mind. My 2-minute at 2.0 miles per hour, out-of-breath treadmill strolls turned into 3-mile runs around town, and feeling that that was not enough, a hate for the gym turned into a passion. The burn I once felt in my muscles that was my initiative to stop became the burn that I longed for to motivate me to keep going. And I did. I kept going when people looked at me crazy, when eyes watched me in the gym as if the gym was meant for the elite fit. I kept going and going and going. Until today, I look at myself in the mirror and I realize I'm not who I was 2 years ago or all the years that I struggled with my weight. And I'm not looking in the mirror at the figure that I'm constantly working on, but I look deeper. I look in my eyes that lead to my soul, and I can see that I am different, mentally transformed, mentally renewed, mentally whole, and mentally no longer addicted to food. The weight loss to me is a reflection of a renewed mind, a reflection of the willingness to persevere, a reflection of determination, a reflection of my God working in me, a reflection that food addiction is a real addiction. But just as I did, you too can overcome. My goal now is to help you.